Welcome to musicmoveit.com. My name is Torio, and today I want to talk about the most important things you need to know to release your music. Well, a lot of people think releasing music is super difficult and things like that. Getting it out there is not the problem. It's pretty simple. It's what you do around these steps is what's going to make things happen. Now, the most important things you need to do are record it, pick a single to push, submit it to ASCAP or BMI, copyright the album or the song, find a distributor, release it, and tour. Those are the main steps. And it's simple. You can find a distributor anywhere basically now. They're all over online because most people are just doing online distribution anyway. But let's start from the beginning. Of course, you record your album. However many songs, or maybe it's just a single you're going to put out. Either way, record it. Then you pick your single, or if it is a single, that's your single. Because you want to push just one song at a time. That's how it's been done for years. Then you copyright the either single or the whole album. Then you submit the songs to ASCAP or BMI so you can get your publishing right. Then, get your distribution in place. Like I said, it's simple. There's tons of them. I've talked about DistroKid, CD Baby does it. I think Reverb Nation does it now. There's tons of them. Tons. I did a whole video on a whole bunch of them. Get the distribution going. Pick a date you want it to come out. Pick a Friday. That's the big release day. And release it. And then you got to start touring. That's one of the most important parts. You must tour to gain new fans. Now, like I said, there's a bunch of other things that wrap around all these steps that you should do, and they'll come along. As you come along to them, you'll find that you'll do them. For instance, of course, besides ASCAP and BMI, there's other things you can submit to. But ASCAP and BMI, whichever one you belong to, are one of the most important. Then also, you want to have a business plan. I've said this before. Kind of like an outline of all this stuff. The timeline of how it's going to play out and all that good stuff. See, that's something that you can weave in between all of this. Then, of course, you select your date. Well, you get your distributor, select your date. And then, honestly, you need to start pushing for interviews and shows. All this stuff is simple to do. It's not that hard. It might be hard getting interviews at first, but there are many, many outlets that'll do them for independent artists and bands. College radio is more open. A lot of online websites and online radio stations that are willing to do it as well. So get these interviews touring. If you have a big budget and you're able to tour to different states, line up interviews in these different areas where you're going to be touring. I've said this a couple times already, but I just want to get it in your head that it's not as hard as you think it is. It just takes time, a budget, some sacrifice, because you're going to be busy a lot doing this, and hustle. That's it, but it's simple. Those simple steps, and then everything around it, you can figure out no problem. That's what makes it happen. Now, you're basically your own artist. You own your own label then. So what's the difference between releasing your own music right now or just trying to get signed to a big label right now? Well, for one, most major labels, even independent, they're not putting money into artist development anymore. So they don't want to spend to develop this artist to become a star. Like a long time ago, back in the days, you always heard the story like, oh, this beautiful woman was found in a bar singing, and an A&R came in and they signed her a week later, and they had to develop her and make her into this amazing artist. It just doesn't work like that anymore. They don't want to spend the money. They want someone who's doing it themselves, touring themselves, making some numbers themselves as far as YouTube views, plays on Spotify, albums sold, all that stuff comes into this. So if you want to just stay independent and make a lot of money, because think about it like this, when you do get signed, they're trying to do 360 deals now, which I did a video about, where they want a piece of everything you're doing. Even if you get a movie role, the label wants a piece of it. And it wasn't like that back in the days. So is a major record deal worth it? Will I be making as much money? You know, like I've said before, it's like a bank loan. And they need to recoup all that money before you start making money. That's just how it is. Especially in a 360 deal. Before 360 deals, a lot of artists didn't make any money on records, selling records. Not even in publishing half the time. Things have changed somewhat with that, but the way they make their money was touring. If you sign a 360 deal with a major label right now, they get a piece of your touring now. So it just depends. I mean, if it's a great 360 deal somehow, you know, the only thing that's great about a major record label right now, to get signed by one, is they have the unlimited budget, and they also have the connections. They've made these friends and connections within the industry for years now, and they have relationships to get your song out here, or to get you a spot on this morning show, to do a live outside show in New York City, things like that. Yes, they have that power, but if you start grassroots, doing things yourself, building a fan following, you can make a decent living because you get all that money instead of the label taking a cut. You get all that money coming to you. Your publishing, album sales, streaming sales, all that good stuff. Merchandising at your shows, and tour money. All that tour money will be yours. It could be done. It can be done. It's just something you need to work for. It doesn't come easy. You could release an album, no problem, with all those steps I just told you. You know, you got to tour. At least tour in your own state. If you don't have a budget to go everywhere, tour in your own state. If you need to be an opener for people, if you need to sell your own tickets, put in your dues and do it. Don't go broke over it, but try if it's your dream. And then you'll get a fan following and you can start making some money. I hope you like this video. I just want to get it in your heads that there's just simple steps to release an album. Yes, there's other things that come around it, with it, to where you got to actually promote and you got to actually sacrifice and do all that crazy stuff. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. There's a bell icon next to that. You click that and they'll give you notifications whenever a new video is out. I have a whole back catalog of videos on different subjects of music business. You can check them out. And don't forget to look down in the description of this video. There's tons of links that can help you become a better band or artist, musician, whatever. There's something down there that will help you out, I guarantee it. So check that out too. Leave a comment. What do you think? Are you an indie artist and you've been doing it for a while? Is it worth it to you? Do you feel like you could have put more hustle into it or more sacrifice, or you couldn't sacrifice enough so it didn't work? Let us know in the comments what worked for you, what didn't. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time.